Hello. Just taking a moment. First of all, happy Thursday. One more day, guys, for those that got to work um, Monday through Friday. One more day. I just want to take a moment to one shout out Carlton One. Because the other day when I went on your live and you were talking about Kanika Jenkins, and shout out to anybody that was a part of that community, because I really wasn't going to say nothing about it, but I feel the need to just speak my piece on it, and then just kind of like let it go. Um, I actually saw the show last night. I didn't even realize that's what you was talking about, Pete. I thought you were saying on your channel that people in general, like on YouTube, was just being outrageous with, it's just being negative in regards to her case. But I happen to be watching Catfish. Shout out to you because I like that show on MTV. That's one of my favorites. So I was watching it, watching a little marathon, and then I saw that the season premiere came on, and then I think this because I only caught the episode right before the season premiere last night, and they he was doing like a promo for the show that was supposed to have been coming on after Catfish, and that's when I saw that it was supposed to have been about Kanika Jean because I had no idea. That must have been what you was talking about the other night, Pete. Did you watch it? Because I did, and for me, what I took from that show, and first of all, shout out to the Peep Patrol. Shout out to the original panel people that you had up there. Shout out to, Tony Lash. Shout out to Mook Gotti. Shout out to Lovely Shauna. Shout out to Dainty D. Shout out to Aletha. Shout out to Letha Brawley. Shout out to to anybody that was on your panel that we like really, really clicked and had like a good bond with. You know who you are, and to those that I still communicate with, I think it was a great thing. It's an unfortunate situation what happened to Kanika, and I do hope that her family, Teresa Martin and her family, do get justice. On your channel the other day, Pete, when I said that I was over it, more or less I meant what I was saying was I hated how that case became a circus towards the end. I hated that part of it. I hated I love how it started out. I love how everybody had that one heart. That's what I'm gonna title this particular live, One Heart, One Beat. And watching that show last night, it just took me back to everything that we did. I still have the police reports and all the stuff that we went over, I still have. And it just was like the saddest case, and I don't know what the wave or what people are going to talk about today in regards to the show. What I took from the show was pretty much, it was to me a walk. It was like going down the path that we actually did together as a team. It was, it was sad. To me, that's exactly what I took from it last night. It was exactly what we talked about. We went over the police reports until we couldn't go through them anymore. We went through the videos. We went through the pictures. We went through statements. We went through interviews. We went through everything. And I feel like the one thing I can say about the show, I'm so happy that that was the first case that was discussed. I'm getting messages and everything. This always happens, but I'm happy about that. I'm glad that it brought attention. I just hope that now that the show has aired on MTV, that people on social media do not turn it into the circus that it turned into 2 years ago. Because I really hated that part. I loved the one heart. I loved how we all came together and how, everybody's heart was open and heard, and you just wanted justice, but I hated the negativity that came afterwards in regards to it. So for me, in September, I think I had really let it go. September 10th, 2018 is when I just kind of like made my own conclusion and just let it go. And I just wished her family, well, and I wished them, I gave my condolences, and I just wished that she, meaning Kanika Jenkins, just gets rest in peace. But I'm just gonna talk about that right there. I'm not gonna drag out the video, but for me, I don't know. I thought it was sad. It brought conversations together with me and my family and friends, and it's something that it did affect my life because I learned about that particular case September 10th, 2017. That's when I learned about it on Facebook, when I used to be on Facebook, because I had walked away after that. Actually, I walked away during the case and things of that nature because I didn't like how the lives would be cut off, and it just was a lot of crazy stuff that was going on. That's what turned me off from Facebook, and I never went back. But that's where I first learned about the case, and that's when it just connected. It touched my heart. I couldn't sleep. I mean, I was so glued to finding out the truth. And to be a part of your panel, Carlton 1, Carlton 2, I can't think of the other channel you had because I know it was 3 of them. And just the long hours, and just really seriously doing it from the love of your heart. It just was a case that touched my heart. So, like I said, last night watching that special on MTV, I actually recorded it on the DVR. I just, it's just kind of what I do. But it just, I don't know. It brought me back to those days, and I feel bad. It was an unfortunate situation. I do hope that some kind of justice is concluded from it. But for me, like I said, it just took me back to that, the questioning and why, and looking at things and the interviews and the people. It was a sad thing. I just hope, like I said, for everybody who saw it, everybody who makes it live, for everybody who have commentary, that you do it in peace and love, because it just, the way it turned out, that's how come all these community guidelines and things came about, which I knew was going to happen because of the circus it became outrageous, and it just wasn't necessary. So I hope that anybody who talks about it, who takes a moment to reflect on it, that it's just done in love and not in a negative manner. And that's kind of where I stood with it. Like I said, for me, it touched my heart. A lot of sleepless nights, you know what I mean? I would go to work, come home, and go on a live and try to figure it out and go over the police reports and talk to my family, talk to my friends. When we would go to dinner, that was a topic of discussion for quite a long time. But I do appreciate the fact that I did come across a lot of viral friends, a lot of people who were like-minded in different areas, and I thought that was phenomenal. And I thought the video did actually reflect there is power in numbers. If you feel strong about a situation and you want to bring it to the forefront, you kind of got the blueprint on what to do, or based off that case. I just hope, and you got the blueprint on what not to do. You know what I mean? Because it was a lot of mishaps and craziness, and people who did some really outrageous things, but for the most part, everybody was on the same wave, and that was the beauty of it. I did like that part. To everybody's heart, everybody just wanted to get justice because they was hurt by what happened. For her to be thrown away like a piece of garbage in that filthy box at the Crown Plaza Hotel in Westmont. Illinois. I mean, that was, outrageous. When I think about it, I gotta let it go. But I just wanted to take a moment just to speak on it. Peep, I don't know if you're gonna do a live on it because I know you watch it. You better call me too so we can chit chat. But I just felt like it was outrageous, and I think the young man did a great job with the interview. I think he did cover all bases. He presented what he had. I do think that it was right in sync what everybody else was doing at the time, and uh, you know I'm not upset about it, because it just brought attention to it. And I feel like I'm glad that that was the first case. Had it been any other case first, I probably would have looked like, well, why wasn't that one? Because to me, that's something that it affected people all over. So I was one of those people. So I don't know. But beyond that, hopefully everybody's having a great day. Happy Thursday again, like I said. I just actually finished up a tour. So I was like, I'm going upstairs. This is kind of like my little lunch break before I get into this report. I'm always doing reports when I come up here, but it's kind of like I can like focus, zone out, and just do what I got to do. But at any rate, I just was taking a moment. So those are some of my thoughts on it. I don't know. I have not been on YouTube to see videos to see what people are saying about the special or how they felt or yada yada yada. Like I said, for me, I took it as it was. It just brought me back to what we did, what we was trying to accomplish, and all that we was trying to accomplish was answers. Things to question because it was sad what happened to her. And it could have happened to anybody. I think about myself. Oh my gosh, like, come on now. 19? Going out to a party? Although I was in school, but I'm saying 19? Going to a party? I mean, haven't we all done some things and kind of without really thinking, or you thinking you're with family? Because I always travel and go out and stuff with family and friends. So if you think you're with loved ones, you feel like you can do whatever and they got your back and nothing's going to happen to you. You're always going to make it home. But to me, what I got from this story is, but what if it doesn't? You always got to kind of be on your P's and Q's and check in and let people know what's going on with you and the changes. And that's something that I feel as though it was a good message. And I do apply it today, because I want to travel. Please. I'll get out in a minute. You know what I'm saying? And I was always that get up and go. Like, I'm not going to wait on a crew. Like, because people drag their feet and stuff like that. I was always the type, like, if I want to go somewhere and I want to do something, go do it and not wait on others to do whatever it is I want to do. So, as you see, I'm actually about to do some work here, too. But I did want to come live for a second because I feel like it was sad, and it did last night. I did think about it. So, peep, I don't know if you're going live today. If you do, I'll look for you to see if you are, and I'll drop in your chat. But I did actually watch the special on MTV. Up here comes the phone. Let me see. Did I learn how to mute? Okay, let me take this. Whoops! I'm so sorry. That was a different call. But anyway. But people, I actually did catch the live. I don't know if you caught it last night. I know you caught it. There's no way you didn't catch that. So, what are your thoughts? Like I said, I'm glad that I saw the interview by the individual. I'm glad that he actually was the one to lead the investigation. To see that. So. I don't know. I got mixed thoughts. I got thoughts. But like I said, it was what we went over. It wasn't nothing that was surprising or a revelation. Even when they had like the chief and different people speaking. Well, I know the one part that I was kind of like, I don't know about that, was when they kept on trying to reiterate that it was an accident, an unfortunate accident. How And then, actually, I did like the one thing I did like about the interview last night was when he was actually explaining why it was an accident, to hear and understand why they said that. Like, she didn't have any real injuries, and that was it was just to listen to it and watch the pictures and see what they saw and what they thought. I don't know, but like I said, I just hope that she gets justice, because it's just outrageous. A dog would get more justice than she did, and that's the part that's outrageous. But I don't know. But shout out to you, Peep, because I feel like we put in so many hours and days, and your heart was truly into it. And if anything ever happened, I mean, God bless. I really loved the way you worked, how you was determined to figure it out, and I had the utmost respect. And to everybody on the panel, and like I said, to all the people that just really was seriously into it. Even to this day, I know that the community is still large. I just kind of like backed away from it, because to see the ugly part of it, I just kind of like let it go. So, as I said, like when I first started, um, condolences to her family, and I hope that at the end of the day, some kind of justice is actually received. Because whether they want to spin it that this was an accident, justice needs to be received. Because even if it was an accidental, it happened on their property, in their units, let's just say, under their watch. Someone has to be accountable for it. Point blank, period. So, people have received large settlements for lesser. You know what I mean? They're still living to this day. So, I mean, I don't know why it's still dragging out. We're in 2020 now. There needs to be a period there. But I'm going to let that go. That's the last thing I'm going to say about that. So, but again, happy Thursday. Hopefully everybody's having a blessed day. Like I said, this is like a working lunch. I always do it this way. And I'm kind of going to take it from there. But I did just want to speak on it. And people, I hope you do go live. Or I wish you would just pop in. Like if you was available now. But I know you're probably doing whatever you're doing. Busy. But I did catch it. And that's just my little 2 cents on what I saw. So, I don't know. But we just got to take... The one thing I will just leave, I have to say my teachable moments. If you're a millennial and you're going out with your friends, partying, or you call yourself breaking the rules and oh my gosh, I'm getting messages left and right. Doing things that you shouldn't do, just let someone know what you're doing. It's not enough to go live and to, oh my gosh, leave a timeline on your life. I don't know if people watch this show. I am so like this. There's this show on Netflix called You. I saw the first season and I saw the second season. That show is outrageous. If someone's looking for like a teachable moment to have with their teens, I would say watch that show. Watch that show with, well, I'm sorry, no, you can't really watch it with the teens because they got a lot of scenes and things going on. So maybe you can't watch it. But that show, like, it really breaks down a stalker and just like a serial killer, a psychotic individual. But the way his mindset on why he kills is twisted. But my whole point of bringing that up is just the fact that You got so many people who post every aspect of their life on social media. From the moment they wake up to the time they go to sleep, there's a time stamp on every location that they hit, every activity they did for the day. Some people put their regular routines. I suggest you look at the show You on Netflix because you might change the way you do things. Even though it is a movie, it is it's not real. It actually could be. You know what I mean? And what I took from the show You on Netflix is you never know who's watching you. You never know how much information people can obtain from you. Even me doing this live now is like, you never know. But that show really talks about, like, for people who every little thing you post and someone can actually see your full blown day. That's outrageous. So I think that's the teachable moment for the millennials. And what I would say is the teachable moments about the Kanika Jenkins case, about the young African American teen that was 19 years old that was killed in Hoover's, who died in their freezer at the Crown Plaza Hotel in Rosemont. You gotta talk. You gotta let people know. And if you don't want to go somewhere, listen to that inner spirit within. You know what I mean? If something's telling you not to go or you shouldn't do something, take heed to it. You gotta listen to your intuition because it could save your life. And I can think back as far as myself. I don't know how many times like I would go out and I still party, but go out and I would lean on my sisters and my friends. It just is what it is. Let me throw on my keys, throw on my phone. I'm gonna do what I want to do. Oh my gosh, they just are like texting, but and I'm gonna just do whatever because I felt safe with the people I was with. And I think at the end of the day, maybe that's the message. Because I kept on trying to figure it out. What is the message? Why all of a sudden now is this coming back in regards to her case, in regards to why now? I guess that was my question. But maybe the point of it is, just like I said, to just bring that attention back to making sure that you're okay, making sure that you have a great unit around you, making sure that you listen to yourself. If something feels off, if it's something that you don't want to do, don't be peer pressured to do it because other friends want you to do it. You know, kind of like march to the beat of your own drum, so to speak, be your own leader. But maybe that's what the message is, because I can say after her case, now that we're in 2020, people might have went back to their old ways. People might have went back to living, but living without, how can I say it? Like living without precautions. And this is the time to like really make sure that you have that great like unison or that umbrella around you, making sure that you are intact with not just yourself but your family and friends. So like maybe that's the whole point of it, because I really was trying to figure it out. What was the point of that special being shown now? And that's kind of what I'm thinking about right now at this moment. Like maybe that was the point. And to reopen those conversations with the millennials. Like I always go back to that. And on one of my lives, I think I did say, like, this was over the Christmas holiday, that I talked to so many millennials and pre-millennials, I just say, but pre-teens. And oh my gosh, here we go with all these messages and the stories and stuff that they got going on. This is the time to really reach out and talk. So maybe that was the point. Maybe it was to bring attention and to like do a check-in, so to speak. Maybe that's what it was. That's not a bad thing if that's why, because that's a good thing. Maybe that's what it was. But I did it over the holiday. Like I said, it was like, for me, I guess it's just been a chain of events that made me like more connected and then like want to know what's going on. Like, even the cousins, like, what's going on, or like nieces and nephews, what's going on, like what's happening with you, talk to me, what are you feeling, what are you know, like, so maybe that was the whole point of it, you know, but not the riffraff, please don't do that, because I mean, it is what it's, this is what I did tell you this, peep, so if you do come up here, I did tell you 2 years ago that because of the way the case was going, I knew there was going to be a repercussion in regards to all these community guidelines, and they're going to continue. And it all stemmed from that case. It stemmed from when the case started going haywire. It was like, it started off with one beat in love, and everybody was in unison and all had the same goal, and then it just changed, and people went either far left, and then others went to the far right. So hopefully people won't kind of like step backwards and do what they did 2 years ago. Well, the one thing I can say, if they do try, it's not going to go down like that. Like, I think that they will automatically be banished from social media because they're not dealing with that. But maybe the point of it was, wow, I just thought about that. Maybe the point of it really, really is to do the check-in. A couple years have passed, and you know, I don't know. Just saying, you never know. But it's interesting. So that's just my take on last night's show. And again, if people can watch, I would say more adults, if you can watch the show, that show is really off the hook on Netflix. But there to me is a conversation, and I have done that with my family. Like, we all sat down and would try to do it together, watch the shows, and then we would talk about it. And it's like, be careful of what you're doing and how much you post and how much you're sharing. Man, I could see that in connection to the case, the Kanika Jakin case, the KJ. That's going with the flow, even though you really didn't want to do it. I don't know. I could just think about so many times I've done it. Like, knowing I didn't really want to be somewhere or be bothered, but just do it for the sake of, oh, let me just, be with the team. And or you get to a place and you feel so freaking uncomfortable that you either bounce, because I'm that type, I will bounce. But sometimes I may just do it in haste, not even being concerned about my surroundings. So it's just so many lessons, man. So maybe that's the point. Get back to it. Check on each other. Check on your loved ones. Check on those you haven't heard in a while. Check on that friend. If you have someone who is a mover and a shaker, make sure you know what's going on. Make sure you know what's going on. And yeah, I did actually, you know what, it's so crazy. I thought about this not last year, but the year before. So it had to be 2019. No, 2018, when I went away out of the country. And I did that. I did it in a way that I shouldn't have. And I did think about the case. I'm not going to lie, because I was like, oh my gosh, if something would have happened. Or and then I started giving like tabs and stuff, but it's things that, I don't know. It's just things I pulled from the case that made me think like, it's a lot of things that you can't do. You gotta make sure that you're okay. So I don't know. Maybe that was the point. I don't know. Maybe not, but I don't know. That's the point I'm taking from it anyway. So it is a conversation that I will have tonight. And that's another thing. After watching the show, I am going to call and talk to the millennials. See, first of all, did they watch it? Did they know about it? But the ones who did watch it, did know about it 2-3 years ago, just to see how they feel and what did they change. What have they changed in 2020 that they used to do in 2017? Because for me, I know I changed a lot of things. So that's a good thing. That is a good thing. So, I don't know. But again, happy Thursday. What time is it? What time is it right now? Crap. It is. Okay, 105. In a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and go back to work. So this was really my lunch break. Not going out and like doing what I'm doing. It's like come up, take a moment. Because like I said, I had a tour and I was like talking to, doing my thing in regards to that. And then I said, nah, I'm going to go upstairs, take a break real quick, and then just get back to work. So I don't know. Maybe that was the point of it. But I am going to talk to some millennials tonight. Oh, yeah. I do that. So I do the check-in. But maybe that was the point. I think I'm rambling, going back and forth. But maybe the point, for those who may not have heard, is to do a check-in. Don't necessarily have to be a millennial. But for me, I've always been that type to, like, want to help the youth. Like, don't teach them the wrong things. Don't. And what's crazy? I know people who do that, like, I feel like want to see the youth fail, and I don't get it. Like, why would you want someone to follow in your footsteps? You know the end result, but you still lead them down those paths. I got issues with people like that. Like, that's outrageous. Why would you do that? You know what I mean? You've been there. You lived it. You should be trying to keep them away from that. But I notice some people don't, and some people are jealous, and some people do things like, I don't know. This is crazy. Like, why would you do that? If anything, should try to guide them to the light, not to the dark. And that's always been my thing. So, sorry about that. That's hilarious. Sorry about that. But, yeah, nobody's actually watching. So that's like, but that's crazy. But I do know people who do that. I feel like they know, and instead of them saying, don't do this, I did this once in my life and this is where it got me, they'll tell them, like, egg them on to do it. And then when the youth following those same footsteps, here go all this commentary, you know what I mean? And I'm like, how dare you, when you could have, like, really helped that individual? Like, that's outrageous. But I don't know, like I said, so for me, I've always been a type that if I'm talk to a millennial or preteen or even someone who's younger than that, like, I'm gonna always tell you the right thing. Like, I'm gonna try to make sure you are good. And I just wish more people would do that. Like, look out for them and make sure people are okay instead of, wanting to see people fail. That's so horrible. We need more positivity in the world. So that's what I kind of took from it. But that's just me. That's just me. So, I don't know. But like I said, shout out to the Peep Patrol. Not even just the panel. Shout out to the Peep Patrol. Like, oh my gosh, King Bet. Oh, let me go through the chat. If I go through the chat and I don't say somebody's name, that'll be so bad. So I'm gonna just say all the people that was in his chat and frequent the channel and like emailed them with information. Like, I thought it was amazing. I thought he did a fantastic job. So shout out to Carlton One. Shout out to Peep for putting those panels together. And oh my gosh, we used to be on those panels all night long. You hear me? On the weekends, we used to be up there from the morning till the next morning. We would just be having great discussions, great conversations. We would have singing. See, Peep, I'm shouting you out. Shout out to you. But he would do the karaoke. He would do the music night. He would do the game night. He would do panel discussions. He would do cooking shows. It was just so much that was going on. That's why I said It's unfortunate the way the case ended. It's unfortunate. Oh my gosh, and these panels and stuff that I see nowadays, I can't even be bothered. I just like, nope, she's not, she, me, her, But I thought that was beautiful because it brought people together from all over the world, all ages, with the same mission, justice for Kanika. So I hope when people do their lives, because I'm sure it's probably going to be a whole lot. I don't know if this is a phenomenon now that aired on MTV, but if people do, I just hope that they keep it, keep it positive, keep it light, you know. Don't bring that darkness, negativity, and all that drama and unnecessary. Just like we already did that, right? It didn't work, right? Let's not do it again. Like learn from the mistakes, and I guess that's the whole point. I don't know, but that's just me. Who am I thinking? Oh, no, I better not sing that. That was a reggae song I was about to get on, but I don't know. But in a moment, I am going to, and if anyone passed through and sees my video, great. If you don't see the video, it's great too. I just said that for me. I had to get it off my chest, and I wanted to come live on YouTube because on YouTube is where it all started for me. In regards to, when I say it all started for me, I'm talking about the case that I saw them on YouTube. I saw them on Facebook, but came to YouTube. And I don't even know what brought me to YouTube. Because I always was on it for fashion and like natural things and like stuff like that. Like I would come here for that kind of stuff. But I don't know what brought me to face. What brought me to, oh, I know what it was. I know what, and I'm in the sad part. I know what video I saw first, but I still don't know what brought me to YouTube. That's a good question. So to anybody who comes on, what brought you to YouTube to even watch the case? I saw it on Facebook. So how did you end up on YouTube? Because for me, I really don't know. I don't know what made me, I know what turned me off from Facebook, and I never went back. And I did leave, again, like I said earlier, because of the case. I did not like how when they was doing the demonstrations and the march, like the oh my gosh, I can't talk. Hi, Miss Cookie. Oh, let me pause it. Hi, Miss Cookie.